This is the big one. We finally have the Sparking Zero full roster, and we also got a whole lot of other news to cover in today's video. Let's start off with the actual full roster reveal video. It didn't cover a lot of new ground because the entire roster was already leaked, and Jennifer Attorney basically went over some of the other stuff that we already knew about. But this is the big one I wanted to touch on at the beginning of this video. The story battles follow Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Future Trunks, Frieza, Goku Black, and Jiren. First of all, Jiren's only going to be in the Tournament of Power, so that's crazy, but, you know, good for you Jiren fans. Goku's Saga's, of course, going to be the biggest because it goes from the beginning of Z to the end of Super. Future Trunks is only going to cover the Super content from what I could tell from the IGN gameplay, so that's a little disappointing. And we didn't get a good look at other characters like Gohan, Piccolo, Frieza, or Goku Black. So, with that being said, let's move on to some of the other news that came out today. We actually got a look at what if Goku survived against Raditz in Sparking Zero. So this was posted by DB Sparking News via Smugstick DB, but this was also IGN gameplay. So let's just go ahead and let this play out.
And never come back here again. Gohan, you're gonna be okay.
You're the poorest excuse for a Saiyan that I've ever seen. Now I'll teach you how a real warrior should act.
Say your prayers.
What is he?
The hell?
Special beam cannon!
Ah!
And I don't want to play the whole video because I do want to keep some stuff spoiler fresh, but basically the rest of the cutscene plays out similar to how it does in the original timeline, except Goku's just hanging around very interestingly. He adds a few points, but that's very interesting. So this goes to what Jennifer Attorney was saying in this video. Some of these decisions will branch off depending on what actions you make, but there will also be choices that come up. For example, we know Goku can go to face Raditz without Piccolo and Krillin will follow you, and you'll get a whole other reaction from this. So I'm very excited to see how that goes because we also have another what if. So this is also via IGN. DBS Hype posted it. Sparking Zero. In Future Trunks episode battle, Trunks' world survives, and he even gets a choice between staying in present and returning to his own world. So if you follow my channel and you follow my Dragon Discourse podcast, this was actually one of the things I had a problem with in the Goku Black Saga, a lot of fans did, is the ending. So you can actually, in the game, basically fix the ending to where it's more satisfying, and you can even have Future Trunks stay here and train. So that's pretty cool stuff there. And then moving on, the Encyclopedia Mode returns. Let's take a listen.
There's the Encyclopedia Mode, which I got to exclusively check out for a few minutes.
Oh, hi, girls.
It's a returning feature from Tenkaichi 3, but instead of just having Chi-Chi giving commentary on a character, this time you get Chi-Chi, Bulma, and Videl all gossiping about the cast and giving their own little insights.
I don't know. I kinda dig the silvery look.
The little bits I got to listen to were all very amusing, like the girls commentating on how ugly Goku becomes when he transforms into a Super Saiyan 3 form,
Look how scary he is.
or how Garlic Jr. looks like a roided-out Emperor Pilaf. Finally, there's the Encyclopedia.
Right, so this was a mode that a lot of people were hoping would be back, and it is back, so that's pretty exciting for you guys. I'm also excited that it's back. And this is interesting. So, Neo Taku 5 says, seems that some people got access to Goku Mini from Daima's in-game model. This guy says, what video is this from? And I went to Maru Haki on YouTube, and I found the video where this appears, but he's speaking another language. I don't understand the language he's speaking, so for all I know, this could just be really good Photoshop, and he just wanted to put that out there. Or this could be the official model. I'm kind of leaning on it being the official model because I'm sure other people that speak the language probably would have come out already and said that this isn't real. So this is our first in-game look at Daima Goku, who we do know is the pre-order bonus character. Now what's interesting is that from the other Daima trailers, we know that Goku transforms into Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. And of course, we know how this game handles characters. Every character has his own transformation, and that transformation is also treated as a character. So we don't have Super Saiyan Daima Goku revealed as a character for the game just yet, but we do know Daima DLC is coming, so I'm leaning on the possibility that they are literally going to add Super Saiyan Daima Goku as a DLC character that this Goku can transform into. But if you haven't pre-ordered the game, then you probably won't have access to base Daima Goku, and you will only be able to access Super Saiyan Daima Goku. That is the only way I could see this actually working out unless they go ahead and include this Goku in the DLC pass for the game, which I don't understand how that would happen because he's already a pre-order bonus character. And don't worry guys, we are going to get into all of the costumes, but before we get into that, I wanted to go over a few new little tidbits that a lot of people were pointing out in the gameplay that was released today by a lot of people. So Neotaku5 says OG Dragon Ball Kid Goku can use the Nimbus, and there we go. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, this is the only OG Dragon Ball character, but we may have some other OG Dragon Ball references in the costumes. Stay tuned for that. And then slow plays, notice that Ultra Instinct Goku does the pose from the manga. So in case you didn't know, Ultra Instinct Goku does this pose in the manga a couple times, and a lot of fans think it's raw, if you will. They think it's cool. And here he is doing it in the game. And we did have some people double check, and he is doing the exact same pose. This, along with the Goku Black attack from the manga, a lot of people are saying that they are secretly desperate to use manga content, and they're just trying to find their way to use it in any way they can. And then, this was interesting, I wanted to include this, Sparking Zero, Broly Z, and Broly Super interaction. So, obviously the subtitles are in Japanese, so we're not going to get audio on this one, but the subtitles say, Super Broly says he looks like me, and then Z Broly says there's two me. So as you can see here, we're going to get some interesting interactions, and Jun Furutani was basically saying there are characters that are going to be interacting a lot. For example, Baby Vegeta and Zamasu are going to have dialogue between them. Of course, Zamasu is the Goku body snatcher, Baby is the Vegeta body snatcher, and they're going to have dialogue because Baby, I think this is what he said, Baby wants to control life, and then Zamasu wants to eradicate it, so that was interesting. And before we get into all the costumes, we're going to take a look at Globku's video where he went over all the menus, just because I find it pretty interesting, because this game has really good menu design. Now, my last video I talked about how some people didn't like it, but I do like the backgrounds. I believe they had a problem with the text. Again, the text is a bit simplistic, but it is what it is. And I like how you have like super characters like the Peel-Off Gang from Super in the background and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Supreme Kai is here. He's not playable. That's a little disappointing, but I guess it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm not too upset by that, but, you know, like I said, it is what it is. And yeah, so let's just go ahead, and I think he's going to flip to the next menu here. Okay, and an ad. Okay, one sec. Anyway, so this is the challenges and mission menu screen. So it looks like you'll have some challenges to do, and you'll be rewarded with Zinni and things like that. And the customization menu, Krillin looking cool with the hair as always. And then you have a look at the shop here, a bunch of items that are actually in the shop, pretty cool. Costumes in the shop as well. Of course, these all say sold out because in the build he was playing, they were all already in the game. So this is an alternate way to earn the costumes. I believe Jun Furutani already said you can buy them from the shop, or you can unlock them through other gameplay like story. And then I'm sure there'll be other costumes that you can only unlock in the shop, like the OG Dragon Ball costumes, which we'll get to. And then emotes and background music, so that's pretty cool there. And I think this is just him going through some other menus that we really don't need to go through at the moment. Oh, here we go. So here's another menu I wanted to touch on, is the Dragon Ball menu where you can actually do wishes. So summon Shinron, summon Piranha, and summon Super Shinron. So I believe Globku was saying that he actually doesn't know what you're able to wish for in this game. So that's okay, because of course he wouldn't have time to collect the Dragon Balls and things like that. Anyway, I just want to go over all of this stuff today, all the big news, and go over the menus and stuff. Make sure you guys subscribe to Globku if you haven't. And now we are going to get into the costumes. Now, before I show you guys these costumes, these are screenshots because I was not able to, because basically it was a 21-minute video, and for people that just want to see all the alternate costumes, you don't have to go and look at, let's say, like all the characters that don't have alternate costumes. So what you're going to see are going to be characters that already have alternate costumes. So if you see a character that's missing, it's just because they don't have any alternate costumes. And these are screenshots from Every Eye's video, so in case you guys are wondering where this came from, Every Eye has a video with all of the costumes again. These are just all the costumes and all the characters that have alternate costumes. If you want to see all the characters on the roster, you can go ahead and check out Every Eye's video. But I went ahead and did it like this just for time's sake. That way I could keep this video a bit concise and it don't run over like 20 minutes or something. So this is early Goku with his costumes here. Pretty cool. And he actually has a halo accessory. This is mid Goku. I went ahead and just let him be posed in the Super Saiyan form. That way you could easily spot that it's mid Goku. Yardrat costume cool. This is End Z Goku. And what's interesting is they gave him his Saiyan battle suit, which he doesn't wear in the Buu saga. So it's interesting that they went ahead and gave it to him here. This is Super Goku and all of his outfits. Of course, the Resurrection F outfit, pretty cool there. And a disappointing thing is that Ultra Instinct Goku is not a form that Super Goku uses. He's his own character. So these are Ultra Instinct Goku's alternate costumes. Pretty cool. Then we have Scouter Vegeta. Of course, looking as you would expect him to look. Another thing I need to mention is that basically every character that you see with the Scouter, it's an accessory, so you'll actually be able to remove it on the customization stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then Great Ape Vegeta from early Scouter Vegeta form, and he actually has the Namek Saga outfit. Then we have, I believe this is technically early Vegeta because I think Vegeta is officially counted as Scouter Vegeta, so this is basically Cell Saga Vegeta. And then this is Buu Saga Vegeta. Pretty cool. And Buu Saga Vegeta does have the Saiyan armor. And then this is Super Vegeta here. Of course, he has a little bit of a darker blue on his outfit. All of his costumes. Here's Gohan Kid. I believe he's called Kid. And then we have another Gohan Kid as well, or adolescent or teen, whichever you prefer. And then adult Gohan, which this is actually still a teenage Gohan. So these are all his costumes here. They include the Resurrection F tracksuit in the Super outfit for adult Gohan. I guess this is one of the consequences of not having a Super Gohan. I really wish we would have had a Gohan Super, just so he could have this and this, but then also have the Beast stuff. But I guess that will be coming in DLC. Great Saiyaman outfits. And then Ultimate Gohan is his own character, so he's not a form that adult Gohan can turn into, unfortunately. But I'm assuming he's going to be played on things like the Tournament of Power, so that's interesting. And then this is Piccolo. This is Piccolo Kami Absorbed. And this is Krillin. All of his outfits. Now this is the interesting one. We actually get Yamcha, and then Yamcha again, this one from the Cell Saga, and then OG Dragon Ball Yamcha. So for some reason, they actually remembered OG Dragon Ball existed past Kid Goku. I'm really disappointed we didn't get Demon King Piccolo or anything like that, but at least we got OG Dragon Ball Yamcha, and stay tuned, we're going to get some more OG Dragon Ball costumes. So I actually have Tien from Super, and then Tien again, and Tien again. So no OG Dragon Ball Tien, but I guess you could kind of headcanon some of these other Tiens as OG Dragon Ball. And then we actually have Future Trunks with his shirt and the jacket. There are no other alternate outfits for the Melee Future Trunks, so I didn't include him here. But we actually also have Super Trunks and with his sweater variant, which I'm not a big fan of the sweater variant, but at least it's here. Then we have Videl and Pigtails Videl. Master Roshi, here's the big one, Master Roshi. Master Roshi again. Some guy named Jackie Chun, for some reason he's an alternate costume for Master Roshi. I don't know why, he should really be his own character. And Jackie Chun is actually in OG Dragon Ball, so they actually included another OG Dragon Ball character. I don't know why he's an alternate costume for Master Roshi though, very interesting. And then another Master Roshi variant. Now this is the big one. If you watched the last video, we actually went over the V-Jump leaks, and they actually said that Z Bardock was classified as Bardock 2. And that's because now, like I speculated in that video, this Super Bardock is the final version of the character. So this is basically the very first version that you'll be having access to in the game. And then there's Z Bardock. So for some reason, you actually can't put a Scouter on this Bardock. So you can only take the Scouter on and off of this Bardock. Then we have Nappa, of course, Raccoon, Android 18, looking pretty cool. And that is all of the costumes in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So we did have a whole lot of costumes to go over, but there are a lot of characters in the game, and they couldn't make costumes for everybody. But again, what I found most interesting was the OG Dragon Ball costumes. So maybe if they do more DLC, they could add more costumes for characters like Tien to make him look like OG Tien. And then maybe they could make an OG Dragon Ball DLC pack. Another thing I was disappointed by, and I understand why, but no Boo Saga Krillin, which is a little disappointing. I know he didn't do a lot of fighting, but Boo Saga Krillin still probably deserved his own costume. And I wish Ultimate Gohan would have been a transformation for adult Gohan as well, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, that is basically going to be the video. I just wanted to go over all of the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news in today's video because, like I said, it's huge. A lot of big reveals came out today. I didn't even cover everything, so there's like a lot of gameplay floating around, so you guys can go to those guys and watch their videos if you want. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video just about the major stuff that I found interesting that you guys probably should be made aware of. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to keep up to date with all things Dragon Ball news and commentary. And I will see you in the next one. Peace off.